Hey guys, welcome back to the Independent Investor Channel. My name is Ryan. We're coming to you from New York City, New York. My definition of leadership, put quite simply, is to be able to empower people to do great things. When I started this channel just about 1 year ago from now, I was really frustrated because I was talking to way too many people who had no idea about the prospects of investing in the stock market for themselves. And I felt like society as a whole, we all too often just buy into the cliche, right? And we buy into the status quo. We buy into what has normally or traditionally been done by our family, by our parents. We're inundated with basically upholding the status quo through the mainstream media. And a lot of the reason why I came out with the Independent Investor Channel was really just to deliver a singular message. Now, a lot of you guys that are new to the channel, I just want to welcome you guys to the channel, and I want to premise that this is just not a normal talk about stocks, talk about top 3 picks every month. We talk about a very specific message of putting individuals, perfectly capable individuals, in charge of their own portfolios, all right? Now, for a lot of people, that may seem scary, but unfortunately, this landscape is newly available to all persons, okay? The traditional method of going in and sitting down with a financial planner only to succumb to the fee structure that they have for you, and in a lot of the cases unknowingly doing so, is a thing of the past. We do not have to do that anymore with technology and the availability of information nowadays. We absolutely do not need to seek out the services of a third party. We can do it all on our own, all right? The unique message on my channel is such that I am delivering this message free of charge, okay? I don't charge anything for the information. Be rest assured, I actually do this. What I preach, I am a self-directed investor. I have been for going on 7 years. And I'm actually liberating my financial future, and make no mistake about it, at the end of the day, I would really just love to provide a testimonial to you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to offer my 5 strategic missions that I set forth just about a year ago when I started this channel, and kind of talk about each one and actually how I feel like we're meeting each and every one of those structural pillars, those structural goals that I set forth about a year ago when we started the channel. Guys, if this is your first time tuning into the Independent Investor Channel, you guys need to subscribe to the channel, really. You'll be notified of the future videos that I put online. And when the rubber meets the road, guys, you're going to want my testimonial. I've been there, done that. I've been an avid stock investor for going on 25 years now. I've seen the ups and I've definitely seen the downs. So you really need to get kind of an even keel perspective from somebody like me who's freaking been there and done that. Number one of the things that I'm most proud of, and when I started the channel, you know, I started having a few subscribers trickle in, but now I've got folks that are hitting me up and they're thanking me for bringing this opportunity to them. And the opportunity specifically is introducing a term that is not talked about in the industry, and that is the prospect of self-directed investing. Self-directed investing. When I started the channel, I referred to it as self-managed investing. The two are synonymous. Basically, all you're doing is putting yourself in charge of your own money, and for a lot of people, that's scary, okay? And what is initially scary should really just be put back a little bit and look at the prospects of what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the requirements to be an analyst, to be successful in the stock market. The folks that are the most successful in the stock market are those who gravitate toward a passive perspective. And anybody can operate on a passive perspective. Anybody can. But there was so many people out there when I started coming out with my word, I'd get hit up all the time. What is this you're talking about? Self-direct, never even heard of that. Exactly, and we're still in that same boat. I've got a little over 3,000 subscribers to the channel now. Guys, you need to share this message. You guys need to understand that Avenue A being the status quo, you also have an Avenue B, and that is to put yourself in charge. And for a lot of you guys out there, guys and gals looking to get involved in the stock market, Avenue A, as far as the status quo, might be okay for you, all right? If that's your option and that's what you choose and that's what makes sense for you, that's great. But you at least need to understand that this other option is out there. And for a lot of you folks out there, myself included, when I was introduced to and referred to self-directed investing, it was liberating. It changed my life. And quite frankly, it empowered me. And I'm actually making myself secretively wealthy, and I'm trying to provide that opportunity for anybody out there that will listen to me and trust me. There are folks now that are listening. I get hit up all the time. Ryan, I started my self-directed. Ryan, I talked to my dad or I talked to my mom, and they changed their ways of thinking after coming to your channel. You guys don't realize how much that means to me, because I know that the information that I'm providing you guys will save you so much money in the long run. Number 2 is the importance of tax protection. We all too often enter the stock market with blind faith, okay, without any acknowledgement at all that at some point, many of the investment programs are set up for the government to step in eventually and take their cut. Take their cut, all right? Now, the individual Roth account and the traditional account, to some extent, allow individuals to enjoy some level of tax protection as a hardworking person, all right? Now, if you make over $129,000, you cannot contribute to a Roth IRA. That's just the way that it is. But I'm not talking to the majority of my audience who make over $129,000. The median income is just over $50,000 in the US, and if you guys are a double income family with a spouse and a spouse working, you guys need to acknowledge the importance of tax protection in your accounts. And this is one small avenue that the government has said, here you go, individual investor. Here's this that we're bestowing upon you as a benefit. We're allowing you to contribute so much per year to a tax-deferred vehicle, and every year that comes and goes where you do not contribute to that, you are foregoing that benefit, right? So a lot of people think, okay, I don't have the extra 100 or maybe I do, but what can 100 do for me? That $100 can mean everything when you're realizing back part of your tax-deferred benefit. So number 2 is the tax protection that we're offering our subscribers to the group, and not to ignore it, but to acknowledge it and to understand it. Furthermore, and to understand what products are out there for you guys to enjoy, right, to realize true tax protection going forward. Number 3, we're getting people to understand that to participate in stocks not only subjects you to volatility and downturns in the market and the market's in turmoil. Does that sound familiar? What it also gets you exposure to is quarterly dividends paid to you guaranteed. It gives you the opportunity to participate in phenomenal blue chip companies as they appreciate in value. It gives you the opportunity to reinvest those capital gains, right? To accelerate the compounding effect going forward. And I can't tell you how many people have come back to me and thanked me for getting them introduced to the prospects of stock investing. And for so many people, that is just the scariest thing. Oh my goodness, investing is like gambling. No, it's not. There's guarantees in investing in a stock like Procter & Gamble. There's guarantees. I just told you a bunch of them, right? The fact that you buy a stock, you've now put the chips on your side. You control when you buy and sell, right? You control that you don't panic and sell, that you can actually strategically buy more if the stock dips down, right? You control by putting yourself into that stock, that guaranteed dividend payment every single month or every quarter. And the idea is that you acknowledge how much positive exists by being a participant in the stock market. And so many people have hit me up and thanked me for basically opening their eyes to being a participant in the stock market and the prospects that exist therein. Number 4 is one of the most important things. Again, we always want to frivolously get involved in the stock market, and there's a lot of other channels out there, and I hate to bash on them, but I feel like they fall short, and they're so singular-minded in their approach that we got to pick the right stock and it's got to go up. We got to pick the right stock and it's got to go up. And all you got to do is just duplicate that process over and over and over again, and you'll be successful in the stock market. Really? That's the single-minded approach that I see. There's no talk at all about tax protection. Furthermore, there's no discussion about what accounts these assets are being bought in. And one of the big niches of my channel is we exploit it. We talk about reducing and in some cases absolutely eliminating the fees within your investment accounts. And so when you can watch a commercial come on TV and actually patronize people for not having the smarts to understand what they need to do in their investment account, they can be rest assured that they're not playing ball anymore with that garbage. It's all propaganda, and it's all aimed at getting your money under that company's flag. That's all it's about. I talk about assets under management all the time, and I look to exploit that terminology, and I look to blow it out for my subscriber audience. And if there's 3,300 people that are tuning into my message, every single one of you can benefit from me exploiting the importance of reducing or eliminating fees within your investment account. And the last thing that I want to kind of talk about, guys, is number 5. And that is, when I started this channel in March of 2017, I am crystal clear aware that we are all just living life, all right? We're all living life, and I would do anything to help anybody out there. I really would. There was a time where I needed to help myself, and I did that. Okay, now I'm trying to turn back that decision to you guys. What do I mean by that? For you guys that have tuned into my channel and you would have never, ever been turned on to the prospects of becoming a self-directed investor, guys, I have put you in the driver's seat to someday, whenever that someday is, whether it be 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, maybe 40 years. And now I've got some really young investors that are coming on the line and they're like, Ryan, I'm 18 years old, help me. I know nothing about the stock market. For you guys, it could be upwards of 40 or 50 years, right? Where you reflect back on your life, all right? You reflect back on your life, and you can reflect back and you can pinpoint that singular moment where it was that you cut the ties and you became a self-directed investor, guys. And if there's nothing else on this channel that I wish to give you guys free of charge, is to reflect back on your life and not regret a thing. Not regret a thing. You will never ever reflect back on the decision to become a self-directed investor and regret it. You never will. You'll look back on it and you'll say that's one of the best things that I ever did. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into this video. Again, if it's your first time tuning in, guys, subscribe to the channel. Help us support the message that we're trying to push out. If there's anybody out there new to the stock market or looking to get involved in the stock market, you guys need to share this message with them. I'm relying solely on the word of mouth and the share perspective to build this channel correctly, right? With the strength of referral, guys. Leave your comments at the bottom. If you guys have been touched by the channel, I would ask you guys to leave your comments at the bottom and tell me specifically how it was when you came across the Independent Investor channel that you guys picked up a piece of advice that you put to work and it freaking worked for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, right, to these empowered money makers that we've built a little bit over this year of the Independent Investor channel, guys. And like I always say, good luck in your investment future.